The lads are ready, moving out, ready to take on the Vamp Coast. Zaloystra and her big crustaceans. We're eating shrimp tonight, folks. Or lobster. I forget what it is. I'm pretty sure it's lobster. Anyways, Azeg here leading all the lads. We got all the gobos, all the spear lads, all the shield lads. Morngul's already on the point. Very good play so far. 2 Leviathans, one being rowed by Zaloystra, Kaloystra, Gaboystra, however you pronounce her goofy name. It's fantasy, it's made up, it's not real, okay? Quit whining. Zombie pirates, deckhead mobs, the works. We're gonna fast forward because it's gonna take both armies forever to get over here. Already summoning in some goblin wolf archers, the RR ones, to get some armor-piercing shots into some of these big targets. Shade Wraith Gunners already making their play so they can shoot my stuff, which is rather annoying, but you know what? It is what it is. You can't win them all. I really wish these wyverns had more HP, man. Somewhere in like 7,000, maybe almost 8. Especially for how much you're paying for them. I know they're the cheaper dragons, they're faster, they have poison, they don't do as much damage or have better stats, but still, that HP pool is kind of sad. There are like some units on like just regular like steed mounts or even chariots that have more HP than this guy on a wyvern. Oh, these Leviathans are going to be a pain in the ass. Now, to go into this matchup, for those who don't know in Dom, Greenskins cannot beat Vamp Coast. And I know why you're asking. How? What do you mean? They can totally do it, right? Wrong. There's one unit in the roster, and I'm going to let you try to figure out which one it is that Greenskins cannot deal with properly. And yeah, you'll see it in this game for sure. Already trying to take the fight to the Vamp Coast, because we are just not going to be able to deal with this properly. Not only that, in the last update, or one of the updates, most recent updates, archers have been kind of wonky with their aiming lately. And some of the orders between units just aren't working properly. You've seen this in the last replay I sent, which was the lizard, or not last one, but one of them, Lizardmen versus Wood Elves, where formations and stuff just weren't working. Now, why are we using a Fate of Buda on these deck drop bombers? If your guess was because we can't deal with them anyway, then yes, that is the one we got to deal with properly. Because we can't deal with that shit. We have no flying units, we have no Furies, no Crowmen, no Bats, nothing to deal with deck bombers. So the best bet is Azeg and some Buda. That's really it. You could try shooting them, but the accuracy of goblins and orcs is just not there. It's just not. We're looking at Cloystra now, just destroying my stuff. We're finally in the back line though with some of these squigs. Squigs are the bane of the Vamp Coast. Always bring lots of squig hoppers. They will eat all the infantry they bring. Now, I don't see. I could see reason to bringing regular boar boys or even the savage orc boar boys for the immune psychology and frenzy. That normally is the reason why you bring it. I just think squig hoppers are just a bit better. They'll kill so much of the enemy unit, as long as they're not, even then, even if they get surrounded by more deckhead mobs, I think they'll be fine. They'll be okay. Their shooting takes forever to kill them, because they're so damn slow. And by the time you rout, you can always come back. And you don't want shooting units to get dedicate to units in the backline. Here come more of those damn bomber mobs I can't really deal with. Now, someone suggested, why don't you bring in the goblin artillery pieces, you know, goblin lavas. And I don't know. I don't know if that's actually a good choice. It could be, but they're just so inaccurate and their range isn't great. I think it's 350. But definitely worth a try. Could do great into Morgul's, animated hulks, these bats, assuming they all hit. But yeah, don't want to bring in Black Orcs, because even with the immune psychology, Morgul's and Cloystra will just eat them up. Zaloystra. So yeah, it's just spam squig hoppers, maybe get in some of those artillery pieces. And even then, by the time the artillery piece, like, maybe kills a model or a few models, the bats are already in your backline dropping bombs on top of them. Because that's just how inaccurate orc shooting is. I like how we got a DLC and it still doesn't help deal with our biggest issue, which is flying units. We always suffer against them, and it's a huge weakness, honestly. Walk and this actually have a huge weakness of flying units being in there. But yeah, I just wish there was a way to deal with it. You could go, I was thinking about this, maybe go a Goblin Big Boss, or a Goblin War Boss, and just try that. Because the Goblin War Boss has the Enrage ability and you can Tormentor Sword them. The problem is you only get so many of those and you can't unsummon your War Boss anyway, so it's just, yeah. Can't bring Wyverns because they're too damn expensive. They can get shot down and enraged into combat against something they're not supposed to. It's just too easy. Honestly, the Wyvern needs to lose like 3, maybe 400. 400 value. 3 to 400 value. Somewhere in between there. Because, man, do they suck ass. They do not fulfill a job that they need to be fulfilling. At 900, I could see them actually being worth it going into deckhand mobs. Even then, it's just the enraged just makes it so damn bad. But if they're enraged and fighting off the bats, like if they get enraged near the bats, they're gonna chase the bats at least. But even then, yeah, I don't know. It's still too easy to just bait that out and then just shoot them to shit and then drop them to the ground. Yeah, it's just tough. It's tough for the orcs. Like, we're hardly keeping back in value because these bombs just hurt, man. I don't know why the bats have so much damn ammunition, too. Most only have, like, maybe 2 or 3. These guys have 7. 7 in the air. Albeit, it's a lot less models, but... yeah, it's a glaring weakness we can't deal with. Alright, enough of my whining and blinding and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. I've just been having Azag try to hunt down as many bats as he could, with as many mutants as we can. We don't have a Shadowcaster for Melkos, even though I don't think Melkos would actually do that great into the bats. And this is what I was talking about. Here come the bats into my artillery line. And there's nothing for me to really do against it. Luckily, we still have the numbers to deal with this, but the bats just shut down one entire flank. And they're doing okay damage. To be fair, he actually just... the reason they're only doing okay is because he jumped on top of them for some reason, which was weird. I would just unsummon them and get them back in the pool. Just use up their ammo, do that. So yeah, you have a unit that pretty much has... basically, yeah, and here come more bats. Just all their HP, none of their ammunition, and you just unsummon them. This is why I love squigs. Look how much damage they did on the charge. Already 20 models dropped into those deckhands. Or handgunners, my bad. They're gonna do the same thing to those ones as well. Man. Yeah, I just don't understand how you can deal with this now. And if you go on the Total Tavern, you'll find that... yeah, Vamp Coast, I think, has Greenskins beat like 0 to 5, 0 to 6. It might be more by now. Probably a lot more by now, because you just... yeah, stupid bats. Or it could also be an update thing where the arrows just aren't landing, because... I've tried shooting into these stupid bats and other dragon units and such, and they just miss so hard. Even my ROR skirmish cav were not hitting the Leviathan as much as they should have, if I'm being honest. And they just destroy my boar boys, and my trolls coming in trying to deal with Sloystra. It's so bad. Can't even take a flank! Look at that. That one Squig Hopper unit pretty much collapsed all these units. Shade Wraiths are somehow still alive. We'll take care of them soon enough. Probably should just bounce into them. And yeah, we just can't deal with Cloystra. We have some of those good old trolls, but... and look, even with Azag on top of the bats, it's just taking too damn long. Hardly connecting, and even if he does, they still drop all their bombs. Yeah, it's just not ideal. I don't know how I would fix that. I don't think anything in the Goblin, or anything in the Orc Greenskin roster could really deal with flying units. At least on a numerical scale. Which is probably why Greenskins can't win a tournament for the life of them right now. As soon as they hit Vampire Coast, it's game over. Or any other faction with flying units. Flying bomber units, specifically. Flying ranged units. Because they can deal with flying melee units, no problem. It's flying range units that become a huge freaking issue. Just fight on the point, lads! Fight on the point! We're not totally out of it. Although we are kind of totally out of it. Okay, once we're on the point, we'll fight them. Alright, that's what I like to see. Dealing with those, give those boys magic damage so they can beat up on the sirens. Of course, he brings his stupid little lord, little hero. Should get Azag in there to at least give him some leadership and a defense boost. Man, this is just rough. Saloistra's not going anywhere either. The sirens are terror routing my stupid trolls. But we are capturing his objective though, so we're not totally out of the triple cap range, so it's coming down. It's coming down. We're not totally out of it, but again, here come more bats to pretty much clear off the objective. Like, it's so obnoxious. Even though I'm up in value and up in unit count, it just comes down to, okay, can I spam more bats? Because you can't deal with Saloistra, you can't deal with all the deck mobs, and you can't deal with all the bats all at once. Even going numeric, even if you have the numerical advantage, it's so obnoxious. But yeah, if I'm gonna do this matchup again, I want to try it with probably like a double artillery goblin arties, goblin bolt throwers. Just do that. I mean, at least there's 3 decent targets: the Mongols, Saloistra, and the bats. But I was even watching in higher end tournament streams where the goblin bolt throwers just don't hit. They just don't. It takes forever for them to do that. And the beauty of the bats is that you can just kill anything on the point or trying to hit their reinforcements so they can just run up on the objective. It's so annoying. I don't know. Would orcs do a lot better if they got a buff to their accuracy so they can actually deal with this shit? That would be kind of weird. Maybe just the goblin units could use a accuracy buff. I would like that because their leadership's so low and you have to be more careful with them. That is something I would like to see. That could actually help deal with a lot of and mitigate a lot of the flying problems. Alright, enough of my whining. Looking at this game, I'm actually holding out pretty well for what it is, but I know it's funny too, at the beginning of the game, I was like, man, this game's pretty much lost. As soon as he brings in bomber bats, it's game over. And SkarBrand was like, oh, thanks for the tip, and they just spam bomber bats in reserves. It's like, damn it, you shut my mouth. But yeah, one of the Leviathans is almost done. Loistra, though, still has a shit ton of HP. And yeah, there's just nothing I can do. He's gonna retake his home. I can try to take the side. I can bully his character. But all he has to do is just bring bats to destroy my infantry and just follow up with nothing but big old monsters. And just drown them in mobs. I really have nothing. Nothing. I'm going to retake the side real quick. Force him to send Mongols or something over there. Probably have Azag bully them and then just hold on the home. Maybe I could win on 2 points at this point. I mean, we got a lot of time and we're catching up somewhat. Like I said, those bombs, even in the woods, the bombs actually do a lot of damage, which is kind of nuts. Goodbye, all my forces. And I'm pretty much out of Bunas at this point because Buna's so damn expensive. And these bomber bats are so damn cheap. He's someone like, oh, wait, no, maybe I do get another Buna. Ah, okay, I thought it was out. Okay, we can at least deal with one bomber mob, which isn't great, because he has another one coming anyways. So yeah, yeah, this sucks. Oh, this sucks so hard. Like, there's nothing you can really... Okay, I'm gonna stop whining about it. Ugh. Wah, wah, that's gonna be me this whole game. Wah. Alright. And here's what I mean about in the woods. Look at how much damage they do in the woods. Not getting caught by trees or anything. Cut my unbreakable gobos in half. And that was just one of the healthy ones. Oh my goodness. So gross. But we're gonna try. We're gonna give it a good old try. And apparently not, because we're gonna fast forward here because I realized, well, apparently I don't have as much time as I thought I did, even being on 2 points. GG SkarBrand, GG's, you cheeky cunt. Yeah, my goblins didn't do much. I could have used them a little bit better too. I think having Unbreakable is actually pretty good here, considering they're all zombies and all that. But yeah, it's just, there's just so much garbage. Stone Trolls actually came back, which was nice. Almost got them back to full HP. So yeah, if they stayed in the fight a little bit longer, probably could have done well. Probably didn't need all the Flappas. Probably could have brought some more big boar boys. Or even just the Goblin Bolt Throwers. Definitely would have been way better. Yeah, probably just boar boys would have done it. Big old boar boys. Don't dislike the Hammer of Gork, that's for sure. Squig Hoppers did fantastic. Cleaned up a lot of his high-end infantry units, depth guard, shade rates, the works. It's just hitting up those bats. Those darn bats. And the Leviathan. Almost got the Leviathan. Probably could have got the Leviathan had I brought more boars. But the thing is, he just brings Saloistra and it's game over. Yeah, he maxed 3 of them. Man, that's so disgusting. So yeah, that's how you beat Greenskins with Vamp Coast. You just spam bats and watch your opponent cry inside. Alright, we're at the end of the video, folks. If you liked it, please like, sub, follow me here on YouTube. We're on the road to 2,000. Come see me on stream. Whether to play some games or show some love. I appreciate both. Always appreciate both. Alright, with all that said, y'all have a good one. Peace, and goodbye for now.